Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my Let's Talk series podcast thing. It's been a while since I've done this. I'm Jade, and today I want to start off by actually asking you guys a bit of a question. I want you to think of any sort of milestone or any achievement that you've hit in your life. I want you to think of like the feelings behind it. Maybe it's joy, maybe it's excitement, maybe it's a vast range of different feelings and different emotions. I want to bring these up because it sort of occurred to me the other day. And that is, when I started this channel, I created goals for when I hit 100 subs, 200 subs, 300, 500, 1,000, all of these things. But it made me question one really key thing. Why am I caring so much about this singular number? Because while 100 is cool, it doesn't change the fact that subscriber number 58 is really cool. And it doesn't change the fact that anyone who subscribes is just a really big thing, regardless of if it ends in 2 zeros or not. Yeah. And it's something that I want to question and ask you guys today. And that is, why do we put so much value on certain numbers? And let me be very clear here, I have not got the answer to this myself. But I want to create this as a space to consider things. Why do we care so much for a number that ends in 2 zeros? Is it any more important than a number that doesn't? Is it any more important than number 78 as to number 12 or 22? I know, it's made me question, like, why do we believe in these things? Why do we celebrate so much more for 100 or thing? Because, yes, while celebrating 100 years of life is a big achievement, celebrating your first 100 steps or first $100 made isn't necessarily a huge achievement. Why do we care about these things? And I think it comes down to a lot of what we believe as society. Yes, I'm talking about societal constructs. I might get some bones and burn me with the trees because I need those wood. Yeah. Like, I don't know if it ever makes you question, why do we believe in these? Oh, you wanted to come naturally? Oh, I love the tree vein miner. Yeah, why do we believe in these? Why do we celebrate certain numbers but not others? Not that it's a big... why did I create specials for only 100 and 200, not 50, not 48? You really don't want to grow, do you? Do you have enough space? Is it because you've got not enough space? I'm going to leave it for a bit because I want to try to collect these saplings. 1, 2. Yeah. Why is it that we care so much more for a number that is no different to anything else? I kind of find it really interesting that we do place so much value on that. That hitting 100, hitting 200, taking your first steps or things like that just has extra value. I'm also gathering all of these materials for a new project. I've got 2 stacks of jungle logs. Alright. Yeah. I found this really interesting because I was wondering it the other day. I was wondering, why should anyone care more? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Alright, nice. Got all those trees done. Oh, and some poppies. I do need some more red dye and some orange dye. Okay, yeah. Like, I know these are societal constructs. The reason why we like certain things or we believe things should be certain ways is generally because society places not necessarily an expectation, but a mutual understanding that some things are just simply better than others. I want to say how, while it's not a necessarily bad way to think, we should question why. We should question why we care so much about one specific number, when, in fact, it's just that. It's just a number. Why is that necessarily better or different? This isn't a very long video, I'm aware of that. But I thought it was interesting. Personally, I mean, as I said earlier, I think it's just what we know. We know that 100 is usually a bigger deal, and the bigger the number gets, 100 becomes 100,000, becomes 1,000,000. Things change, and I should get some. Do I want some more jungle? 2 stacks should be plenty, but I might get some more jungle. Yeah. I think it's a combination of it being a societal construct, that we all sort of know that 100 is a big deal, that we all know that these certain numbers, 100,000, 100,000, so on and so forth, they get progressively bigger and bigger. But I think it's also a thing that we get to choose if we listen or not. Because we have autonomy over ourselves and we get to decide these things. Do we care about being the next 100? I know, not even that. On Twitch, I've just started streaming recently. And I know that I have a milestone set to reach 20 followers on Twitch because I just started this very recently. That is going to be a big deal for me when I hit 20. But okay, I've got plenty of jungle wood now. But is that really a big deal for everyone? You know, some of these have so little meaning to other people. Kind of like if you're explaining something in business to me. Nothing against people who do business. I just heavily did not like that class when I was taking it in school, and I continue to just don't like it. I need some more bone meal. Okay, that's fine. We made just a little bit of a sack. Knew that was gonna happen. I don't know why I didn't move. Dang it, up by the grass. Yeah. So why do we place such arbitrary value? Why do you think about this? The milestone that you thought of, the one that had a big impact on you. What was it? Was it something tied? I mean, I want to mention this. Ages. We often see ages as a big milestone, but not all of them end in some sort of square number. They're not all 100 or 1,000. They're ages that signify change. What I mean by that is we often hear either 18, 21, or 20 as big milestones, depending on the country you're in, obviously, as a marker and a sign of adulthood. And these ages are specifically celebrated because it's a coming of age thing. It is, you have finally hit a certain point where you are now free. Not just necessarily freedom in an arbitrary sense, but you have legal rights now to do things that you couldn't do before. That I understand. That I get why we celebrate that, because it's big. It's, you were a child not that long ago, and now you have your own freedom, your own autonomy to do whatever you would like. I've not got a single apple from these trees. No, dang it, I stripped the wood. Do not want to be a wood stripper today. Yeah, but when it's something else, when it's other things. I think one of the other important ones that happens is I've been following on social media the story of a child who was born prematurely, which is really tough, regardless of whichever way you stand. And they've been celebrating each and every week because each week you grow, the better the outcomes get. And that is something where every single milestone, every single day is celebrated. Not just once every few months or every few years or once a year. And I find that interesting and sort of insightful, because celebration brings so much joy. And I think in the climate that we live in, where we not only have so much access to see how things are just going wrong and going awfully in our world, but we are constantly being fed that media. We are constantly getting told how bad things are. And celebration is what we need more of. Because just because bad things happen doesn't mean that good things stop too. Yes, bad things happen, but there is also still good in the world. I have found good lately in a new community that I've become more active in. A group of people who I relate to and who I get to hang out with and be a part of their network. And through them have I sort of gone to see so much more joy, because I've been a little bit more involved in some different people's lives. Well, from a digital sense only, I've gotten to celebrate with some people about a new achievement. The amount of dark oak saplings I have is always entertaining to me. Actually, I should put these in a shulker. Let's put some things away. I've got mushrooms that can go away. Let's go in my dye chest. That's my lush caves. There's farming. Oh, and the flower can go in my dyes. Okay, what have we got here? I think joy is something that we are missing so much of because of how things are. And we're justified in that. We are justified to say that the world does suck sometimes. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's use... Do we have anything for orange? I named it orange stone, so it's going to put my redstone bits in here. Okay. These might be useful as well. Maybe the stripped. Yeah. And I think trying to be intentional and be in spaces that bring joy is going to be something that is so needed just to get us through all of this. Okay, I've got plenty of jungle wood. I'm just going to try to grow these acacia trees. Keep doing that. You have enough space. Yeah, I've noticed the ones that don't have enough space, they just don't grow. So I'll probably get rid of those saplings. Oh, we are already at 17 minutes. I do apologize. There's probably some times where I was just thinking. I'm unsure if I'm going to cut those out or not. Alright, as I do these trees, I want to say thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I am returning. Like I said in my update video, I'm going to have no more set video upload schedule. Which means, unfortunately, you guys are just going to get uploads when you get uploads. I know this is disappointing to some, and I know it is a little bit annoying, but it is for... I want to do this for fun, and I want to do this to make content for you guys. I don't want to make this because I want to achieve a milestone of sorts, of amount of views or subscribers or things like that. So to anyone who's watching this today, I want to say thank you for watching. I want to say thank you for your time. Feel free, if you enjoyed this, to like and subscribe or share this with a friend. And I'll catch you in the next one, whenever that is. Bye! I'm gonna have to watch that. Oh, why am I disconnecting?